Hi, I'm Ashley Rudder, Senior Artist for MAC Cosmetics, and I'm here to show you a crazy glam Mariah Carey holiday-inspired look using the new MAC Cosmetics and Mariah Carey collection. For it to be truly Mariah, it has to be ultra, ultra glam, full of gorgeous looks, textures, and so we want everything that we do to last all day long. So we're going to start off with our Prep and Prime Extend Eye Base. It's a clear eye base, and anything that goes on top of it can last up to 24 hours. It is bananas. So we're just smoothing this on really easily on both eyes with a nice flat brush. The Ultimate Luxe Eye for holiday definitely has a lot of different textures. If you think about your eye makeup, think about it like building an incredible recipe. You don't want to use 3 types of salt. You have to have interest. So you want to have a little something savory, like a matte eyeshadow that goes in the crease. And then you're going to want something kind of with flair, kind of spicy, and that can be like our shimmer shadows. So that's how I'm going to go about crafting this eye. So the first color I'm using in Sterling's crease is good old Saddle, and it's going to help define her eyes and really help them look a little bit deep set. Mariah has gorgeous dreamy eyes, and so that's kind of what we're going to be going for when it comes to the placement of this eyeshadow. My flat brush to build the color now, and I'm going to go into this color called Twinks, and it is a really incredible chocolate brown with a bit of shimmer, and I'm just going to press it on. When you're doing your eyes, you need 2 brushes for sure. You need a flat brush and a fluffy brush. You need a fluffy one for the crease, which is what I just used before, and then you need a flat one like this to really help build the color payoff up and really make the color look nice and saturated. Remember to flick your brush to make sure that there isn't any eyeshadow fallout that gets in your foundation. Now we have this really incredible sort of almost kind of sterling silver color in here. Sterling is kind of perfect for you actually. And I'm going to use that in the very front of your eye. I had the pleasure of working with Mariah and her team to develop the looks for her #1's tour in Vegas, and the one thing that was a must was that there had to be lots of shimmer and shine and glitter involved because she likes her diamonds and she likes that full-on glam, so we use lots of different shades like this, and this really helps make the eye look more 3-dimensional. So we're just patting the silver in front like so. Same flat brush and just using the tip of it, just shade under the eye. This kind of adds that mysterious flair. I mean, Mariah definitely has that sex appeal, and I think that adding a little bit of smokiness under the eye definitely translates that into a Mariah look. And I'm also pulling it out a bit, pulling the shadow out just to kind of create a cat eye effect, because we are going to do liner, and so that's just going to help everything kind of flow into that one really sexy glam shape. Now Mariah has her special shade of liquid liner, and it's a really intense dark chocolate brown, which I think is completely smart because it mimics, and just close for me, what the makeup artist used on Marilyn Monroe, which I don't know if you all know, Mariah loves Marilyn Monroe, and so they use a really dark chocolate shade on Marilyn, and so she also has a really dark chocolate shade of liner, and I love it, especially for blondes, because sometimes black can be a little harsh. on anyone, black can be a little bit harsh. So this nice brown still defines the eye, but it is very soft and feminine. Now I love a good crisp liner. However, I think again to make it a little bit smoky and sultry like Mariah, I'm going to actually smudge it out a little bit. So I'm taking a little bit of the liner onto my flat brush, and I'm just going to go across this top line just to soften it a bit. Okay, so we are just going to make this top liner a little bit more sultry by smudging it out a little bit with the edge of my flat brush. It has just enough of a taper on the end to soften the edge without making it look messy. Now I am going to just put a little bit of liner on my hand because I like to use my hand as a palette, so that's what I've done here. And I'm just going to smudge a little more and just look up to the ceiling for me now. I'm just going to take the edge of that brown liner and just smudge it in the corner here. It's just like an incredible Mariah Carey hook. Like, we've got to have this flow here, this transition happen. We don't want all the fun happening on top. So this kind of helps create an entire story to the eye. There we go. And here's a quick tip. If you ever feel like you've gone too far with your blend, or if you have done too much color, just take a clean brush like this is a 252 brush, and you can just sweep right over it. It does what your fingers wish that they can do, because sometimes you think you can just get in there and blend it out and your fingers aren't really meant for that, but a bossy brush like this that's clean, you can blend really easily and not add any more color. I do want to just add a little bit more color to Sterling's crease. I saw that hair and I was like, again, because we want to make it extra glam, I'm taking a little bit more of that saddle eyeshadow. This is saddle, it's a little rusty brown. And I'm just sweeping that a little higher into the crease. Now we need to make sure that the lashes are just like pow, because Mariah's lashes are so flirty. So we're going to curl your lashes first. And this is an essential to do no matter what kind of look you're doing, because curling your lashes really opens the lashes up, it pushes them up, and it opens up your eyes. So if you instantly want to have bigger lashes and bigger looking eyes, always use a lash curler. Now I'm going to be using our Haute and Naughty mascara, and I'm using the ultimate black version. It's called 2 Black Lash. It means it has carbon black pigment in it, so it's ultra saturated black. And just look down at your knees for me. And I am wiggling my brush back and forth. And what that does is it gets the formula all the way to the base of your lashes so that they look really nice and full. Ta-da! I'm using the defining side of this mascara because it actually has 2 openings, so I want to take off more mascara off of the wand. So I'm using the Haute side so that I can get a really clean looking lash, because I'm going to apply some false lashes in a second. So the lashes, there are 2 sets of lashes that are with the Mariah Carey collection, and I think that this particular pair, the 36s, are going to be perfect. They're nice and wispy and flirty, and I think they definitely give that perfect holiday feel to your eyes. Now when applying falsies, you're going to want to measure the lash to your eyelash. And look at you, Sterling. You can handle that full lash, girl. Nice. So I'm not going to have to trim any, but if you do need to trim your lashes, always trim from the longest end so that it transitions really nicely. And when you're at home, you can look into your mirror when you're doing this. I find that when I look down into a mirror when applying my lashes, I don't get as squeamish, because sometimes going straight in like this is scary, is really scary. Don't scare yourself. Just look down into a mirror and it's a lot easier to really get that false lash nice and nestled up against. your actual lash. Ta-da! Woo! Yes! What we need to do next is get our cheeks sculpted while we're still letting everything dry on that top lash. And Mariah has these incredible, incredible skin products. Look at all this gorgeousness right here. So we're going to be using the golden highlighter, My Mimi, as well as this beautiful peach, which is called Sweet Sweet Fantasy, and it's going to give a luminous glow to the skin. The skin is still going to be looking really multi-dimensional, but it's going to be more luminous than anything. So I'm using the My Mimi, and it's a really soft gold, and I'm placing that where you would normally place a contour. And I said it has just enough depth to still shape the face, but you're going to be looking really gorgeous and luminous. And then let's do this other side. So now it's time for Sweet Sweet Fantasy, which is the peach color. And just smile for me, Sterling. And I'm just going to start on the apples of your cheeks and go backwards, work backwards, and then take whatever's left on my brush and then bring it down a little bit. This is kind of a shy girl kind of a blush application. Looks like you've been laughing, like you've been working out, and it just has a very flirty kind of appeal to it. So now that it looks like our top lashes are nice and dry, I'm going to go in and finish the mascara, and just look up for me on the bottom lashes. Remember, mascara. Going to wear down a whole lot more slowly than it normally would, which is nice. And it also helps to temper the nude color because you don't want nudes to wash you out. So having that little bit of color underneath it really kind of helps bring out the life of your lips. And I find that using a lip brush really does help me with accuracy. Sometimes using the lipstick straight out of the bullet, things kind of get a little sloppy. So if you really do want your lips to look nice and crisp and evenly applied, using a brush for your lipstick is best. There we are. So all of the products in the Mariah Carey collection have a nod to all of her hits, and so this particular lip gloss is called Interlude, and you know Mariah's all about a sexy interlude. She is. So we are just going to tap that right into the center of the lip, and this has a really beautiful iridescent pink pearl to it, so it has that feminine flair that Mariah is known for sure. And you see I'm just dabbing the lip glass on. I don't like to press it too deeply into the lipstick, so I get a nice amount of lip gloss onto the lip, but I also don't just transfer too much of the lipstick onto the applicator. And that's it. Mariah Carey ready for the holidays. Hope you guys enjoyed this.